Hello, it's Ashley again. We are on cycle day 31, I believe, or no, I'm sorry, cycle day 32. So I am about to test my urine to see if it yields a positive result yet again on this new Choice ovulation predictor, which you can find at the Dollar Tree. It is, I'm thinking, around $1.19 or so. It's actually, pretty inexpensive, and the concentration is 25 MIU. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I did first response ovulation tests, which from Consumer Reports they claim that they yield a 50 MIU to 90 MIU before you can obtain a positive result, although some people say that they're quite sensitive. I know the pregnancy tests are 25 MIU and can detect as little as 6 MIU. But ovulation is a bit different. You kind of want to have a higher concentration depending on what your normal flow of LH, which is luteinizing hormone, is during non-peak times. So anywho, I am going to go ahead and get this started, and we shall see if yesterday's results hopefully were the last positive results, because the test line was actually quite darker than the control line. So let's see what happens. And this requires about about 5 drops or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I decided to have a different setup because I thought maybe it'd be a little easier to see on a black surface versus a white surface. I know sometimes when I take pictures and upload them to my babycenter.com profile, which I'm snow105644479 on there, and also on fertilityfriend.com, I am username trying to conceive with the number 2, trying to conceive, if you want to find me. I also have a new blog that I am starting since I like to experiment and do these fun videos, and I thought it might be nice to kind of blog about my experiences and have a website with fun facts and information in regards to pregnancy tests and OPKs and fertility and charting and all that good stuff. So currently you can find it on, it is ponnastickfreak.wordpress.com. If you want to find me there, and you can read my first entry and let me know what you think. Okay. This usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes to receive the results. And so far, there's a line. Now, I'm a bit confused because I had a very small temperature dip this morning when I took my basal body temperature. It was at 98.04. Fertility Friend, or my chart, yielded ovulation as I think cycle day 26 for me, and I had some crosshairs because, again, some of the BBT and cervical fluid and OPKs weren't correlating with my temperatures, but then it kind of dipped to 97.9, which isn't a huge dip, but it's below cover line, so kind of confused me as to whether or not I even had ovulated at all. Like maybe all these positive OPKs were just simply my ovaries gearing up. So I guess we will see what happens. It's been about 2 minutes. Yep, and so far it's looking like could be possibly another positive result. We will see. I know yesterday it was definitely very, very positive. So who knows, maybe yesterday, I mean, you never know, maybe yesterday was, you know, the actual day of ovulation. I mean, who can tell? I mean, maybe that was like my peak day, and maybe that's why the line was so dark, and, you know, you never know. And maybe tomorrow I could get a really huge temperature spike, and boom, it's like, okay, so it just took me forever to ovulate, and my ovaries were gearing up, because that can happen, and maybe that would explain a whole lot. So we will see, but of course that still doesn't explain, you know, my extremely long mens and, you know, all that, so... But I told my husband that, you know, should this happen again next cycle, that I will definitely be making an appointment, you know, to go see an OBGYN so I can figure out, you know, what's going on with my body. But I definitely have enjoyed, you know, documenting this experience and sharing it with you. And I'm glad to have people who've gone through similar experiences who can share their stories with me and their outcomes. And, you know, it's nice to have a community of people to talk to, and it just makes a whole world of difference. So it is kind of looking positive. It's hard for me to tell though, like when I'm actually recording this, because I have a really, really bright light in here. So I'm actually gonna have to just look at it. Yep. Okay. Yep. Let's see. It's a positive result, but it's easier to tell after the 10-minute period. So I think it's been about, I don't know, maybe about 5 minutes. I know that before I actually conducted the test, I was talking for a couple minutes. So far it's been about 8 minutes, but test-wise, I think it's only been about 5 to 6. All right, people. Well, it is definitely looking like another positive, and even though it's kind of hard to tell because with the light, but as you can see at this moment, it's equal. Yesterday the test line was darker, so that still gives me some hope that maybe, but it could have been, I don't know, my urine actually looked a little darker as well. Like my urine looked a lot darker, so I don't know if it was, and I actually held it longer today. I held it for about 5 hours. Yesterday it was about 11, 12. Well, actually, I held it about the same time, I guess. But my urine just looked a lot darker yesterday. But I think I also drank less coffee. That's something else that I just kind of want to add. When you're doing stuff like this, I mean, you're not supposed to really drink much of anything, but I'm a coffee person. It's really hard for me to sustain from drinking coffee, and especially with the fact that when you drink coffee, it makes you it gives you the urge to go pee, so it makes it harder to hold it. So with that being said, you know, that stuff can also influence the outcome or the results, because it can dilute the urine, even if you've held it for a while. You're not supposed to drink, you know, you're not supposed to drink anything when you're doing this. So, all right, people. So that also could be another reason, because yesterday I actually didn't drink anything and it looked to be a bit darker. So, okay, it's definitely a positive result again. And I will let you know if there are any more updates. I will probably do this again tomorrow hopefully tomorrow will be the last day. Maybe tomorrow I'll get a negative, who knows. And I'll let you know if I have a temperature rise tomorrow morning, or even the next day. Might take a couple days. So with that being said, visit my new blog. It is, again, www.peeonastickfreak.wordpress.com. Let me know what you think. I kind of wrote an introductory article on why I started charting again after all this time, and let me know what you think. It's going to be a kind of a fun experimental website where I'm going to be, conducting experiments with home pregnancy tests and possibly ovulation kits and so on and so forth. And I'm going to be posting valuable information as far as like your fertility is concerned and charting, and your basal body temperature, cervical fluids, cervical positions, stuff like that. You can also find me on Instagram. I'm at GlitzyGloss, GLITZYGLOSS. Same thing with Twitter. I will probably actually start a Twitter for this blog, so be on the lookout for @PeeOnAStickFreak. I'm probably going to do that tonight, so I will talk to you soon, and I will keep you updated. Thanks for sharing this experience with me. Bye.